Ladies, you've all heard the warnings. Don't date your boss, or you'll live to regret it. Never marry a man who keeps exes around. And don't go for the short guy, unless you're okay with his short temper and Napoleon complex. What if I told you those 3 warnings are bold-faced lies keeping you poor, single, and ensuring the right man will never ask you out? Today we're debunking those misplaced stereotypes with a real-life example of a man who breaks all the rules, yet makes all his girlfriends millionaires. That's exactly what Jason Oppenheim, the star of Netflix's hit reality real estate show, Selling Sunset, has done for the women he's dated, and we're going to reveal how to spot the unlikely men who will make you a millionaire, even if you break up. Welcome back to the Trophy Wife's Guide to Life, where we share little-known lessons on how to find, date, and marry rich men, even if you're a nobody with no elite connections. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Trophy Wife dating tips and insights. Now, let's dive into why dating your short, bald playboy boss could be the smartest move of your love life and your finances. One of the most interesting aspects of Jason Oppenheim's love life is that many of the women he's dated were or became his employees. This dynamic sparks a bigger conversation. Is dating your boss a smart move or a recipe for disaster? Let's look at Jason's relationships. Jason is rumored to have dated approximately half his original Oppenheim Group employees, including Selling Sunset stars Mary Fitzgerald and Chriselle Staus, as well as Nicole Young and briefly Amanza Smith. Years later, Jason not only recruited each of these women to his real estate brokerage when they had no experience, connections, nor claim to fame, but he continued feeding them opportunities for years to come, turning nearly every woman in his orbit into a powerhouse girl boss and millionaire, in spite of their breakups. So, what are the real pros and cons of dating your boss? Let's start with the perks. First off, built-in mentorship. A high-value man like Jason, who's also a leader in his field, can provide unparalleled career guidance and opportunities. Second, accelerated success. Jason helped his girlfriends build their careers, making them independently successful, a huge win for anyone dating a man with influence. Third, shared goals. Dating someone in your professional circle often means aligning on ambitions, which can strengthen the relationship. Now on to the cons. Let's start with power dynamics. Dating your boss requires clear communication and boundaries to ensure neither party feels exploited or undermined. Then there's scrutiny from colleagues. Office romances can invite gossip and judgment, which even Jason Oppenheim's Selling Sunset cast fell victim to, which provided significant fodder for reality TV gold, but not great rapport for a professional workplace. And lastly, there's the risk of fallout. If the relationship ends, it can complicate the professional environment, or even lead to firings, lawsuits, or other damaging retaliation. Simply put, if you're considering dating your boss, look for someone who empowers you like Jason Oppenheim does. A high-value man will treat you as an equal partner in both your personal and professional life, ensuring the relationship benefits both parties. While dating the boss is one thing, dating a guy who keeps his exes around years or decades later is a much bigger deal-breaker for many women. Jason Oppenheim has an impressive track record of staying friends with his ex-girlfriends, and if you're dating him, that's kind of part of the package deal. While this speaks to his maturity and emotional intelligence, it raises a common question in relationships. Is it a red flag if a man is still in touch with his exes? Here's how to tell. First off, staying friends with his ex demonstrates a man's emotional maturity. Maintaining positive relationships with exes shows that a man can handle breakups with grace and respect. Then, there's the loyalty factor. If he's loyal to his exes as friends, it could indicate that he values long-term connections and treats people well, even when the romance ends. Thirdly, there's the proof of closure. If he's genuinely moved on, and both parties have closure and can be completely platonic post-breakup, then staying friends isn't necessarily a problem and shouldn't worry a new or current girlfriend. However, not every man is quite as mature as Jason Oppenheim, so here are a few clues that lingering exes could be a red flag. If he prioritizes his exes over his current relationship, that's a major issue. If he seems overly invested in an ex's life or emotions, it could signal unresolved romantic tension, which is a major no-no. And thirdly, if he constantly compares you to his exes, that's a sign of emotional baggage, and it's just plain rude and uncalled for. Here's how to navigate this dynamic if you're thinking of dating a man who keeps his exes closer than you're used to. Communicate openly. Ask him about his friendships with exes, and be honest about your comfort level. Set boundaries. If something feels off, don't be afraid to express your concerns and establish clear boundaries. Trust actions over words. Pay attention to how he treats you and whether his relationship with his exes feels healthy or intrusive. A man like Jason Oppenheim, who stays friends with his exes while fully supporting his current partner, is a prime example of how emotional intelligence and loyalty can coexist. But remember, every situation is unique, so trust your instincts. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Jason Oppenheim isn't your stereotypical Hollywood bachelor. He's short, bald, and doesn't fit the conventional mold of tall, dark, and handsome. Yet he's consistently dated stunning, successful women. What makes Jason so desirable? Confidence. Jason owns who he is, and that confidence is magnetic. He doesn't try to hide his height or hairline. Instead, he focuses on the qualities that truly matter, like his intelligence, success, and charisma. From his actions during the wildfires to his relationships, Jason's willingness to give is unmatched. And this is one we'll dive deeper into, since his public response to the Pacific Palisades fire put his generosity on full display for the world to see and got millions more women falling for his charm. Emotional maturity. Staying friends with exes and creating healthy, positive relationships shows a level of emotional intelligence that's rare, which also proves just how secure he is in himself and his character. Point being, when you're trying to marry a wealthy future husband, don't get caught up in superficial traits. True desirability comes from confidence, character, and how a man treats you and others, especially if you want both the marriage and his financial success to last. Speaking of how he treats others, let's talk about Jason's bold and outspoken stance of generosity during the Pacific Palisades fire. Jason used his platform to call out bad actors in the real estate world who were exploiting families during a tragedy, reminding them that California anti-price gouging laws prohibit rent increases of over 10% during emergencies. But Jason went a step further. He and his team at the Oppenheim Group publicly waived all real estate agent fees to help fire victims find new housing. This selfless act likely saved families hundreds of thousands of dollars, while showcasing his unwavering integrity, even if it would cost his firm millions in earned profits. In an even bolder move, Jason made it clear he and his team would not represent or collaborate with landlords trying to profit off the tragedy, proving that his values come before his profits, and he's unwilling to align himself with unethical people. Simply put, a high-value man's true character shows during a crisis, and it goes beyond how he treats you or his close circle. Instead, it's far more reflected in how he treats the people from whom he has nothing to gain. Jason Oppenheim's story offers 3 valuable lessons for women looking to date a supportive, high-value partner. Lesson 1. Find a man who invests in you. Jason's relationships show that the right man will support your growth, whether it's in your career, confidence, or personal development. Look for a partner who celebrates your ambitions and actively helps you achieve them. Lesson 2. Integrity matters. Jason's actions during the wildfires prove that integrity isn't just a buzzword. It's a lifestyle. A man who stands up for what's right, even when it costs him money or popularity, is someone worth keeping around. Lesson 3. Stay open-minded. At first glance, Jason might not seem like the obvious choice for a Hollywood bachelor, but his confidence, kindness, and success make him incredibly desirable. Be open to partners who may not fit your initial type. You might be surprised by what they bring to the table. So what do you think? Would you date a man like Jason Oppenheim? Could you overlook his height or hairline and go for the man confident and selfless enough to actively help you achieve your dreams? Have you ever dated a boss? How'd it work out? And how do you feel about your man staying friends with his exes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're ready to learn more about finding and keeping high-value men, don't forget to subscribe to the Trophy Wife's Guide to Life. We're here to help you level up in love, life, and everything in between.